the 3 years that it took My Bloody Valentine to record their new album, Loveless, a new generation of bands has emerged inspired by the swirling guitar sound they pioneered. Though for their fans and their record company, it's been a long, long wait.
I think they knew we were being honest with them. We were. So, if we were slow, we were slow. And the only thing we could do to speed up is try and figure out why we were slow, but not just speed up because we should, you know. And we just got slower, basically, and slower. We got ridiculous. We went through a ridiculous phase in 1990, like in around the summer of 1990. Yes, I know it's bizarre talking about years.
The band's publicist, Scott Peering, knows better than most the problems of re-establishing yourself after a long absence. However, despite an indie scene overpopulated with shoegazing bands such as Lush, Slowdive and Loop that My Bloody Valentine spawned, the band's album was an instant success.
In terms of radio and television, radio airplay stops at the daytime. All of the other genre bands that sound a bit like My Bloody Valentine, that are making glorious swirls of noise with faint vocals, somehow manage to penetrate the daytime airplay situation. But My Bloody Valentine seemed to be just radical enough so that the barriers go down.
Over the last 4 years, My Bloody Valentine status has become so elevated that nothing less than a seminal pop record would have been acceptable. This, of course, didn't help the band's obsessive nature.
The only way we ever seem to get anything done is if we kind of do it and it doesn't matter what the consequences are. Which, like spending a long time making a record or whatever, doing anything. And that's what I've been told. You know, that you're being obsessive. You know, it doesn't seem like it, but I suppose so. You know, in that case.
My Bloody Valentine champion, John Peel, remembers when nobody wanted to hear the band.
What will happen, of course, is always the case that the records that people tell you, so why are you playing that on the radio? Nobody wants to hear that kind of thing. They're the bands who turn up in 10 years, 12 years' time with Richard Skinner or somebody doing a kind of, you know, the My Bloody Valentine story, episode 12, The Difficult Years. And you get all that kind of stuff, you know. So, I mean, they now do programs on, you know, a series of programs on bands that they told me years ago nobody wanted to listen to. You know, your Pink Floyds and people like that. I don't pay any attention to that.
Kevin Shields, vocalist, songwriter, spokesman and reluctant hero, is a perfectionist. He went through 40 sound engineers recording the album and takes 3 hours at the sound check for every gig. In fact, he'd rather not play live at all.
In our own world, we've managed to sort of achieve things that we know are good, and we can think, you know, we know that it can never be taken away. You know, we haven't secretly ripped anybody off or anything. You know, it's just there. You know, just be taken for what it is, and we like it. But live, we haven't achieved any of that yet. Live, it's a purely frustrating, irritating struggle to sort of, you know, get into it, which we do occasionally, but not much these days, do we?
Yeah.